I've been trying to make my wallet fold all day. Cashing in my dreams, big payout. Underneath my money tree, big shade out. Now these models.
Hey frequent flyers, welcome back to another video. I'm Brandon, the guy who flies, sitting down to talk about my schedule for February of 2022. So this was actually the first bid of the new year, asking for our schedules for next month. And I mean, it was pretty, standard, just to update you all, we are continuing to grow, and with growth means expansion, which means, a lot of movement, people just trying to figure out, what the good fit is for them in terms of their base and things like that. So I went and kind of just looked at where I stood in things, because numbers are always shifting. And so currently, within the company, you all know I have been here for 2.5 years. I am now sitting at 70% in terms of my company seniority. So on a scale of the first person being number 1, last person hired being number 100, I'm sitting around that 70th percentile in terms of flight attendants after 2.5 years. And then here in my base in Miami, I am sitting around the 48th percentile. So again, number 1 being the longest person who's been in the company, number 100 being the last person hired in base. I am in that 48th percentile. So we're looking good. We are above the 50% mark. So I'm in the top half of my base. And, in terms of the company, it's a different story. But 2022 is here. Shout out to all of y'all who are watching me now as you prepare to go to your face-to-face, to go to training, and to come on the line. We are welcoming you. We are ready for you. I am ready for you. Okay, so let's talk about February. As you all know, I'm not bullet journaling this year, so I'm back into a regular planner. I don't know if I've ever shown this on camera, but this planner with this nice quote, it's I'm looking at it like, what did I say? I'm trying to read it backwards in the screen. It always seems impossible until it's done, and that's a quote from Nelson Mandela. And this is a leather-bound planner. It has monthly spreads in the front for every month of the year, and then it has a weekly spreads in the middle of the planner for each week of the month. So here's my life right here in this planner. If it's not in here, it does not happen. And then in addition to that, I have my bid packet, which y'all know I have every single month, all of the trips and information for bidding for the next month. And on the back is my makeshift planner, where I kind of planned out what I was asking for this particular month. So in terms of February, I need a couple of days off. February is going to be a sad month, you all. You all know I, for the longest time, called myself the King of Newark, because for a very long time, all I could hold was Newark layovers. And towards the end of 2021, the company announced that we will be pulling out of Newark and ceasing operation from that airport. So yeah, after February, there's no more Newark flying. So to sort of commemorate that, my group of friends here in Miami, friends, co-workers, co-worker friends, it's all one little group. Anyway, we decided to do one last hurrah and go into the city. So we found a trip that we're going to go on. So I was asking for the days off, because the plan was that basically everybody in our group was going to bid for the trip so that we could work the trip. So people would have the layovers, and the rest of us would just crash the trip, well, that particular layover. And we all, go into the city for one big last hurrah. So I'm asking for those days off to be able to do that. Then as well, my friend's birthday trip is in February. So from the 11th to the 15th, I'm asking for days off for a trip. We're going out of the country. And then, what else did I ask for? Oh, Tuesday, Twosday. So February 22nd of 2022, 2/22/22, which happens to fall on a Tuesday. Also, National Margarita Day. We're taking that day off too, because it's about to be a movie. So those were the specific days that I was asking off for next month. I know that I have some pre-assigned credit, which is credit that I'm already bringing into the month. Before I even start working, I already have credit in the month. I have union credit, and I also have a trip that is starting in January and it's ending in the beginning of February. So I will get the February credit for that trip in February. So we already got some time built in for February. In terms of what I asked for in my bid, based on the way that I was asking for days off, I basically created these 3 chunks of 6 days that I would be available to work if I got all my days off. And so what I did is I first asked for 3-day trips, so that would fit 3-3, 3-3, 3-3, and that'd be my hours for the month. But then, you know, the way bidding works, you don't always get what you ask for, and you gotta, you know, recognize that seniority is a factor too. So I went behind that and was like, okay, well then if I can't get those specific 3-day trips, then give me these 2-day trips. So then it was like 222, 222, 222 to figure out the you know, 18 days or whatever that I would be working for the month. Outside of the specific trips that I asked for, then I just asked for a general, like, give me 2 and or 3-day trips. I'm looking for high credit, so 7 or 6 hours per day. I'm looking to fly in the front of the plane, and I want these days off. After those, then I was like, all right, well, if I can't get all 2 and 3 days to fill up my schedule, then if you gotta give me a turn, give me a turn. Just make it high credit. 6 or more hours in the day. And then lastly, I was like, give me 4-day trips. I don't want them. It's a no for me. But if you have to, give me 4-day trips. So with that said, I asked for 110 hours for this month. You know, I'm still not in the mood to really be at work, so I go to work. And one of the things that we have at our disposal as flight attendants, especially as you garner more and more seniority, you get more and more control over your schedule. So you want to work a lot, you work a lot. You want to work less, you work less. And the difference between this job and other jobs is that you don't have to like take vacation time to take this additional time off. It doesn't work like that. There isn't anything that says you have to work this. We do have a minimum required hours for the month. You do have to hit 50 hours every single month unless you've been approved for like a part-time line. But outside of those 50 minimum hours that are required per month, you can do whatever you want to do. You can, minimum is 50. The sky is the limit as long as you're legal for it. I'm like, just give me 110. Like, I'll play around with it. I'll drop some stuff. I'll go down to 90 or whatever. It's February. I'm not really, you know, pressed about it. So, super, simple, cute, is what it is. Give me what you give me. Submitted all that. Bids are out. Let's talk about what I got, because I actually haven't looked at it because I wanted to look at it with y'all. All right, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Refresh. All right, so we have 103 hours and we have 12 days off. So far, it's decent. Let's look at the meat and potatoes. All right, so it looks like we have a 2-day trip. Oh, I got the trip. The trip I was telling y'all about, that my friends want to do in New York. I'm on the trip. 3 of us are on the trip. 3 of my friends were on the trip. Word. All right. So we start off the month of February with a 2-day trip. Followed by that, we have a 3-day trip right after it. So that's a block of 5 days. And then we have a day off. Then we do another 2-day trip. Then we have a union work day. Then we have the days off that I asked for to go on my friend's birthday trip to Cabo. Then we have a 2-day trip, followed by another 2-day trip, followed by a turn. Okay, you can miss me with that. Oh no, my friends are on this one. We might have to keep it. We might have to keep it. What do I have? I have 2 days off, one of them being Tuesday, the Tuesday. Then we have a 2-day trip. Nope, this is not a 2-day trip. This is a 3-day trip. Oh, it's a fake 3-day. Some people call it a 2-day trip. Then we have a 2-day trip and a day off. And then we have a 2-day trip and a day off. And then we have another 2-day trip that actually will carry over into March. Well, all right. Let's look at some other details. It looks like in February, we will be laying over in Baltimore, Philly, Tampa, Orlando, Phoenix, Newark, and Cancun. So we want variety. It's nice to see Phoenix in here. Haven't seen that one in a while. Also nice to see Cancun. Haven't seen that one in a while. And in terms of positions, it looks like I'll be flying lead, forward cabin, and lead. So we up front all month. We're getting what we're asking for. And these layovers look good. 20 hours, 24 hours, 13, 21 hours, 21 hours, 20 hours, 18 hours, 21 hours. So the layovers look decent. I'm content. I'm not touching anything. If anything, I might drop that turn that's over here because we only have one turn. See, now this is where the math got to be mathing because, see, this turn is worth 6 hours. So if I drop this turn, then I'm going to drop from 103 hours down to 97 hours. We'll play it by ear, but we might drop the turn if nothing else. But other than that, I am content with this. As you all already know, if you are subscribed to the channel, you're going to see all of this because we film everything over here. You're going to see all these trips and all the things. I'm Brandon, I'm a guy who flies, and I will see y'all when I go back to work tomorrow.
It goes by.